What is the upskis, everybody? This is Gamergx, and I'm bringing you another top 10 list, and this time I'm doing the top 10 PS3 games, in my opinion. Again, not the world's opinion, just mine. Also, I want to add that I own all three consoles. I own a Wii, I own a 360, and I own a PS3. So I'm not a fanboy, and I don't want to start another console war here, so let's keep it clean. Let's start this list. Okay, number 10 is Killzone 2. I wouldn't say this game is a Call of Duty or a Halo killer, but this is still a really great game, though. Though I personally didn't like the online all that much, but I really did enjoy the campaign a lot. It had a shit ton of action and really fun scenes, and a few really cool boss battles. The graphics, of course, are freaking insanely good. There's no denying that. But they designed the controls a little different than most FPSs, which takes a little getting used to, so it's a little awkward at first, but you get the hang of it later on. But overall, this is one of the best first-person shooters you're going to find on the PS3, and I'm really looking forward to checking out Killzone 3 in the future. Number 9 is Valkyria Chronicles. Now, this game is a little different, as it's like an action strategy game, and I personally love strategy games, but I don't play PC games, so games like this don't come around too often that are good, so I really like this one. You started by building a squad of so many members from, like, snipers, assault people, medics, engineers, and people who can take out tanks and stuff. The gameplay is really hard to explain, so if you're really interested in something like this, I recommend checking out gameplay of this game, but it's really unique and really fun. The graphics are really nice, kind of like a watercolor feel, and then for a console strategy game, this is one of my favorites. I recommend checking it out. Number 8 is Ratchet Clank, Future Tools of Destruction. This is one of my favorite series, and I love the jump Ratchet made to the PS3. Though the gameplay hasn't changed much from his PS2 series, it's still extremely fun, and I found myself not being able to put the controller down. The graphics in this game are beautiful. It looks like a Pixar movie or Toy Story. There are lots of explosions and stuff. But the weapons are the big thing here. Lots of weapons to cause lots of damage to enemies, and they can be upgraded to kick more ass, make big booms, or make enemies dance. Pretty insane. I really enjoyed the story in this game. It made me laugh quite a few times, and I love the characters. This is a great series to get into, and if you haven't played any of the PS2 games, then check this one out, because this was my first Ratchet Clank game, and I loved it. Number 7 is Resistance 2. Now, personally, this kind of had the opposite effect as Killzone 2, as I actually like the multiplayer a lot more than the campaign. Now, don't get me wrong, Resistance 2 has an awesome campaign, but I found myself getting more disappointed from it because of the Leviathan boss fight, which I thought was going to be the greatest boss fight in history, but this was a boss fight that was better to look at than fight, so kind of disappointed big time by that. But with that out of the way, I did enjoy the campaign, but the 60-player multiplayer is where it's at. Now, this is fucking crazy. I got into the multiplayer before Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out, and man, this was fucking good. It was really smooth, and the weapons are fucking awesome. Each weapon has its own secondary ability, and using them online is just so awesome. Tagging a guy with the bullseye and watching the bullets follow him as I teabag his now dead body is too much fun. There's also a really awesome co-op mode in which you play with a bunch of people and go through mini-campaigns with each other as classes like medics, ammo runners, and some guy with a big fucking machine guns craziness. Overall, this is an amazing game and has a lot to offer, and I cannot wait for Resistance 3. It looks amazing. Number 6 is Infamous. This is coming from Sucker Punch, now the guys who made the Sly Cooper series. And I really like this game. I love the decision of rather being hated by the city or being loved by them. Being that I'm a pretty nice guy, I decided to be a good guy. Though the side quests are kind of boring and tedious at times, I love the main storyline, and the electric powers are freaking awesome, and cause some serious awesome destructive powers. It's freaking craziness. This game also moves very smoothly. Climbing buildings and jumping all over the city is really fun, and easy to do also. That's a good thing. Though the story isn't the best, I still really enjoyed it, and when I'm done being a good guy, I did it all again as the bad guy. Number 5 is God of War 3. Pretty much the definition of an epic-ass game is the God of War series. And there's no better way to end off the series than the way God of War 3 did. I'm not giving out any spoilers, but it was freaking amazing. The gameplay is pretty much the same as God of War 1 and 2, but that's not a bad thing at all. The graphics are some of the best you will see on this generation and some of the best you'll see on this console. Just freaking amazing. And the control is also amazing. Really, really fun, really smooth. Boss battles, again, are freaking amazing and epic to the maximus. And this is one of the best games you'll get on the PS3 and one of the best video game trilogies ever. Number 4 is Little Big Planet, and yes, I know Little Big Planet 2 is out, but I haven't played that yet, so I picked the first one. But this has got to be One of the most charming games ever made, and for a person with a really creative mind, this is the game for you. Actually being able to create your own levels and share them with the world is amazing. And I admit, I made a few levels myself, which were dubbed a little too hard. Frickin' noobs. But also, this game has some awesome online and local multiplayer. Going through the campaign with friends and finding awesome new levels online is just too damn much fun. There's literally a limitless supply of things to do in this game, and this is just a type of game like no other, and I love it. Though I wouldn't recommend getting this game now that Little Big Planet 2 is out, and if you had to choose between the two, get Little Big Planet 2, but it would be better if you got them both. Just saying. Number 3 is Heavy Rain. Now, I have said so much about this game, and you know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it again. This is one of my favorite games of this generation, and a game I like so much, I had to LP it. I just had to do it. The story in this game is amazing, and full of amazing thrills and oh my god moments! The gameplay is so unique, it makes it feel just like an interactive movie, and by the end of it, you get so into the characters and story, it's just an awesome experience, and it's so hard to explain, you just have to play this game. All I can say is if you like games, you owe it to yourself to give this one a try, and do not pass this one up. Number 2 is Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, and this is the game that made me buy my PS3. I literally played it for about an hour and said, you know what? I have to buy a PS3. And since then, I have not been disappointed with it. This is actually the first Metal Gear Solid game I beat, and it got me right into one of my favorite game series ever made. The game, I will admit, yes, has a lot of cutscenes, but honestly, I love watching them. Though I would recommend you play the other Metal Gear Solid games before you play this one, because the story is a little hard to follow if it's your first Metal Gear Solid game. Though, if you have been a Metal Gear Solid fan from the beginning, then you will have probably one of the best stories in a game ever. The graphics in this game are insane, and the sense of stealth is always awesome. I love throwing a Playboy at an enemy and then popping him in the head with my sniper. Awesome. Boss fights in this game are awesome as well, and action scenes are freaking incredible. Overall, this is a must-own for any PS3 owner, no questions. And number 1 is Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. This is the only game ever that after I beat it, I had to play it again right after. It was that good. This is, in my opinion, one of the best action games to ever come out. This game has a lot to offer, having one of the best campaigns I have ever played. Amazing character development, incredible action scenes, a co-op mode, and multiplayer. God damn, man, that's a lot of stuff. The campaign reminds me a lot of Indiana Jones, and I really like that. The treasure hunting, the smart aleck, arrogant nature of Nathan Drake is hilarious. Overall, I cannot recommend this game enough. It is my favorite PS3 game, and of course, I cannot wait to see how Uncharted 3 will top this one. And I hope you guys enjoyed the list. I'd love to hear in the comment what your favorite games are also. So, I'll see you guys later.